Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, please. Dead Cells where, dude, my interest has been stoked by the fact that we have gotten our butt kicked on the last 2 weeks. Is this thing open yet? No. Wait, kill all nearby enemies first? I'm not getting my hopes up. Still unopenable, but the mysteries abound, you know? We made it to a new area last time, and the new area kicked my butt, and honestly, it's the kind of fresh content that I needed to keep myself interested, because we actually had a great run on the last run that is gonna, the perception is gonna be that we squandered it because we died. But there were a lot of new mechanics to wrap our heads around there. Just go straight for the HP, you know the deal. Got a little greedy last time, I think, with going for so much strength right off the bat. Either way, I now know how to get to that location. I know the sun may rise in the east, at least it settles in a final location, according to the Red Hot Chili Peppers at least. Known meteorologists. We got a build that I quite like for level 1, at least, right off the bat. You're gonna have to do pretty freaking good. The cursed sword is not sensible. I just do not... I mean, how many times have I said exactly the same thing? But the concept of the cursed sword makes no sense to me. Nothing they conceivably could give you could possibly be worth dying in one hit. Except for, like, I don't know, I guess having, like, a guaranteed force field or something that you could send off. I know that we just got the force shield, but I don't think that they are on the same level. By the way, financially, we're in a little bit of a tougher spot than usual. Because we did die early, like within the first half hour of our last run, so we can't necessarily just, you know, forgive me, Father, why should I bother? Buy everything. It's been... They're Canadian, cut me some slack. Okay, so oil grenade has a chance to function, I think. If an enemy dies while bleeding, nearby enemies will bleed too. I kind of like that. I don't care about a flashbang. So, in a way, you know, we're actually incentivized not to buy things anymore that we don't think we'll need. Which is a bit of a foreign concept. It used to be we just, you know, if it was even a mild upgrade, of course we're going to purchase it. Why wouldn't we? I'm going to go Sewers, Ossuary, and then hopefully the Forbidden Sepulcher again, because it seems like, I don't want to say like the way, but it seems like the most intriguing way for us to go to get access to that new content, and we'll try to sneak our way through. We'll go a little bit more slowly and methodically once we get there. So I think I started to rush. I know I started to rush, and that led to problems. Magnetic grenade for free. Doesn't have much value, but it's not zero. So we're gonna go Sewer Ossuary, which means we don't need... Does that mean that the... Is it even the ossuary that you go to via that then? That just allows you to skip one floor? Why would you ever want to do that? Well, if you're me from a month ago, you'd want to do that so you could speed up the runs a little bit, but... No, this still goes to the ossuary. Weird. Alright, well, I don't know. It basically means, to me, that the sewer is an extra floor, which means extra stats, which means absolutely we're going to go to it, and it seems like a bad idea for us not to. In case that's not abundantly clear. So, yeah, take me down to the Paradise City where the water's brown and the enemies are stinky. Oh, won't you please take me? That's way too high for my normal voice. And I'm gonna be high as a cake by then. Let's go. William Shatner, Canadian hero. How should we initiate? I believe we should initiate oil grenade, light the ground on fire, magnetic grenade to hold them in place, and whatever happens, happens. Okay, well, obviously, like, they can still jump. Oh, you know what? I'll take a biter swarm in this situation any day of the week. Remember, if enemies die bleeding, then they cause other enemies to bleed. 11 seconds ago. So there is an incentive to smack them once. Okay, stop getting hit yourself, though. The thing is, you have like a dream situation here. You got a good combination of things that are mildly synergistic in the early game. All you gotta do is not like super squander it. I mean, look at that. The fire damage is not that much. Elite Ugly Worm, my favorite of the Unsullied. Good one. But, yeah, oh, it's this guy. Whoa. Let's get where you go. I thought you were the next contestant on Eat My Butt. Come on down. Yeah, not in like a cool way. Just trying to like keep myself safe here. There we go. That was sick. Dude, a death orb is like a pretty good get. Enemies burn when they die. Would we take that over biters? Biters do give us extra health. The death orb's raw damage is so good though. I don't know. I'm of two minds. If we go fast enough, we can just, like, stack bleeds on every enemy on the screen, but I don't know. I mean, my recent methodology has really been, like, synergies above all. It has not worked out for us. I also love the, enemies burn when they die. It's got a much faster cooldown, but we've been using, like, cluster and fire we've been using all the time lately. You gotta slow your roll on using that synergy on, like, literally every run. Or maybe we don't, but I don't think it's worth compromising it just yet. I appreciate having the extra level of HP right now, which is why I don't want to mess with that too much just straight off the bat here. So we found a few different weird sounds. Toxic Cloud. We found a few different, you hear that? I'm losing my mind. We've had a few different, little areas we could go into if we wanted to. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I don't necessarily want to run a full strength build with our current combination of items, but that doesn't mean that the current combination of items is bad. But the thing is, I don't really care to level, it's gotta be ossuary entrance here. I don't really care to level skills, because our skills are kind of bad right now too. I, of course, assume that one day they'll be better. But Oil Grenade Swarm of Biters is not an A+ for me, it's like a C. We'll find a way up there. Well, hopefully we get enough loot that we can pivot easily if we feel the need. Somehow that worked. For now, I'm not going to sweat it too much. More strength when we have decent weapons. You could do worse. I'm going to pick up level 4 of strength here as well. So I don't know how much more damage the fire is going to do as a result of that, but hopefully some. Just make sure you're still stacking up those biters whenever possible as well. Otherwise, you're just leaving damage on the table for no reason. It might be nice to have a bear trap. This seems like prison depths to me. And I know that I've been, like, fairly I apologize for the mouse pointer in the screen, by the way. I know I've been fairly we just didn't pick up the skills upgrade. Okay. I know I've been fairly anti-bear trap, but if we have, like, really, really strong fire torrent damage, you know, why not oil them up, mash them, stick them in a stew, whatever you think the right course of action is, and then light him on fire, put him in the bear trap, and then just keep that fire torrent on him. The damage from that per second is 360 damage per second, plus the burn stacks. Like, that's actually a ton of damage. The burn is not worth much by itself. But, you know, combined with the other damage, I'm quite for it. I swear to you that I dodged that. I mean, there's no way for me to, you know, go back and check the tapes or something, but in my head, I dodged that 100%. We're not done with the floor, but we're almost done with the floor. So, I'm gonna come back, go over here, take that, rewind it back. Ursher got the thing to make your booty go smack, of course. I want to see what the Sapphire Amulet is. It's gonna have to be real good. I'm so mad. I'm just trying to... It used to be so easy to get onto those things. I don't know if they've changed the pathfinding code or whatever for that, but... you know what? Let's go for burst damage. I hate to say it, but... The Biter Swarm giving us the extra health is nice, but I don't think it's 10 out of 10. I want to go for burst damage. Burst damage is HP, because we never have to face an enemy head-on. No, we ain't going old sewers. We'll try to explore more. Actually, one of the things I'm most excited about from the videos that we've recorded so far is the idea that there could be many different paths to take now instead of effectively 3. And I know there's only one new area added, I believe. But many different ways to get to the areas that we used to go to. So I'm interested to see how that changes the dynamic of the game. I don't understand the methodology behind you being able to go to the ossuary on the 2nd floor or the 3rd floor when it seems like the 3rd floor is just like the way. Like that just seems like the right option. And it might sound like I'm being a little like elitist. Like, I understand that if your run is worse, you might be more tempted to go to the try using your cluster bombs that you just, you know, took, by the way. I understand that if your run is worse, you might be more inclined to go to an easier floor. But it seems like, at least, maybe I'm just over-Isaacing it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm looking at it and going, well, in Isaac, you would always go with the difficult option. You'd always trade your HP to a deal with the devil so that you could get, you know, more damage, unless it was certainly going to kill you, which you can mitigate with proper play. So I don't know. I don't know is what I'm basically saying here. But I hope to learn. So the one thing you can't do with a clean conscience is die on the ossuary. That would be an embarrassment of the highest order. There we go. The bleed is like not 10 out of 10, but it is nice. I gotta be honest though, like I think I want to replace the firebrand. I don't fully buy into the fire synergy. Well, actually, then I used it for 2 seconds and went, maybe we should actually structure our entire run to make the firebrand work, because it's flippin' sweet, dude. Meat? Not meat. Not nut meat. That's something completely different. You're gonna have to ask your parents about. Like that, actually that's what I was thinking of asking for. Was the idea that maybe we go like, I know we have no oil now, but like you go frost grenade to like initiate, and then just go absolutely bonkers on them with the fire torrent. Like, okay, hear me out here. I'm not sure if this is that much better than just initiating with the fire torrent to begin with. But it is, I mean, it's nuking them down pretty quick. The odds of that ceiling turret being worth anything are approximately 0 in my world, but... whatever, we got a lot of value back. Not all of it, but a decent chunk. We killed everything in there without having to look. Thanks to the bleed, so... don't hate the bleed, dude. I see that there's bleed synergy there. I don't know, I'm kind of like, I think I'm doing like a jack-of-all-trades situation on this run that I should not be doing. I'll own up to that. I think we've constructed this run with like conflicting principles, and as a result we haven't really unified in a way that makes our life easy here. But I think we're still totally fine. We are a little under-leveled relative to last time. There you go. Light everything on fire. Throw the clusters. The fire torrent is like so much better than it has any right to be. Strikes me as like a fire version of the lightning bolt that's actually good. Does frost-related slowdown last longer on this ice grenade? It does. And they get bleed when they thaw out, which is actually pretty valuable. Because again, it synergizes with that blood sword effect. But okay, maybe we could build a run around bleed effects, but I don't know. Still a little too early to tell if we're going to be able to get this to pop. But it's an interesting concept right now. Keep it in mind. I don't know why I said it like that. Keep it in mind. This is a rhyme I designed to explain in due time. Now, keep it in mind that... Now I can't think of anything but the Linkin Park lyrics. Just let me murder this phalanx here. We got no problem. Keep it in mind that the next floor is, like, completely unique. Extra damage on a burning target means nothing, but... giving us +1 level of skills seems to be worth replacing the cluster bomb. Although nothing, like, effectively, what's the advantage of having extra levels of skills? It makes your skills do more damage. Neither of our skills right now deal any damage. But we have an excuse to go for this again. No, that was actually really bad. Okay, take the time to heal up. So go like... It works. And the cooldown's somewhat low. I don't know. I'm flip-flopping back and forth between, like, you know, 8 different conceivable loadouts here. I will say, hitting a lot of enemies with oil and then lighting the oil up has been something that's worked for me in the past, without a doubt. I think, weirdly enough, though, like, the frost grenade has no place on this run, if that's the case, because enemies that are burning will not freeze. So we basically just have, like, a raw damage dealer that does almost no damage. So the frost grenade is probably not long for this world. And instead what we've done is essentially recreate the run that we had recently. Like, before we picked up the ice grenade in the first place. So, I don't know, dude. Basically what I'm getting at is, your boy NL doesn't understand what's going on, and he's trying to construct a cohesive run, and seems like he might be failing miserably, but, you know, the jury's out. It's a good day to have a good day. It's a good... Your boy NL is sorry for this one. It's a good day to have a... See, I'm being a human version of the Diddy app. I really wanted that to be meat because we're running out of heals here, but... You still hit me? Fire Torrent allows us to recover a lot of the HP we lose as well, which is very nice, but... I'm, like, desperately seeking scrolls here, dude. Forgotten Sepulcher. More like Forgotten Sebulba. Remember that guy? NL, are you talking about the episode 1 pod racing character that had the flame jets that shot out of his vehicle? How did you know? No, I'm talking about the other Sebulba. Yeah, this guy attacks with, like, no cooldown and no tell, so be careful. I mean, he has a small tell. I'm not going to say he's got no tell. Even though I literally just said that, I'm not going to say it. Heal up, dude. We have our exit. So all we really need to do... What? Don't tell me. Elite enemies also get, like, elemental shielding. Come get a taste. I can wait. You know, I'm trying to keep myself alive here is the thing, so like, you can understand my freaking concerns. I can't get out, I can't get out, I can't get out of here. So we've used our pendant, like that's so completely fine. Dude, that boss is cruel. And also, our loadout might not be very good. So we could go fight the Black Bridge right now, and to be honest with you, it seems very tempting to me. But I'm not gonna do it. Why am I not gonna do it? Because I don't care if we win. What I care about is having a run that shows us some new content. If we went back on the Black Bridge style, we would probably have a good chance to win this run. Extra damage on a poison target. And applies oil to the victim on deployment. Extra damage on a frozen target. That's like way better. Okay, can we build a frost run? I know we have conflicting situations here. Well, no, we don't actually. We have an okay synergy. I'm very scared about our situation, by the way, but I'm gonna keep exploring because I want more scrolls. That's our situation, is basically we don't have conflicting synergies, although it might seem like it. You go Frost, let's get this guy first. Frost, Smack, and then it's the sequel to Frost Nixon. Then you just light him on fire until the Frost Grenade's good to go again. And admittedly, you can't just use the Frost Grenade over and over, because after the first Frost, if they're still burning from your other style of negotiation here, they're not going to be able to freeze again. But it will still slow them down for a long time. I think that was actually a big improvement for us there. And, I mean, the broadsword is very strong, obviously. Tried to heal for some reason. We do want to get out of this floor as soon as possible. Or as soon as there's danger. As soon as appropriate might be a better way to phrase. Let's go! Has to be in the house. One more scroll. I know you got it in you on this one. One more scroll. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. I think we have enemies burn when they die on something as well. Yeah, the broadsword also has enemies burn when they die. So the oil grenade is not a bad call to, like, freeze them and then oil them. As weird as that might sound. +1 skills, ignites the ground. Kinda tempting, but I'm gonna stay away. Come stay away from me. We gotta go health. Trust me, it's the least glamorous of the options. I'd rather not, but... Gathering of power scrolls came into my run. They said, Northernlion, what stat would you like to improve? And I said, it's gotta be HP, gotta be HP. It's gotta be HP today. That's not really it. I mean, it's a Friday. It's Friday night, 6:43 p.m. I'm having a good time. I'm recording Dead Cells because I'm gonna be away for a while. So I'm mentally getting a little foggy. I'm going to see my family and I'm very excited about it because I'm old. I don't get excited about, like, oh, you know, spring break. I'm like, I get to sit on my parents' couch for a week. and hang out with them and not think about video games, even though I like video games, and I will probably end up bringing my Switch with me and playing a bunch of Mario Kart or something like that. Yeah, I know. Don't speak to me. But it's going to be nice to not have to care about video games. Not that I'm complaining about my job at all. Rather, I'm just excited to be, you know, mixing it up a little bit. Remember, we have to be careful. We can't get too far away from the light. So the light from the sun would not burn me on my bum as I shoot the moon high jump. Like a preemie out the womb. My partner yelling, too soon, don't do it. Reconsider. Read some literature on the side. I can't do that line. Oh, I'm burning. You gotta get actually in the light. You broke. Wait, oh, we have to continue moving. I see. Like, they won't even let you camp one for a while. That's extremely scary. We're taking damage already. Found one. Like, they're oiled up, they're taking damage, but we're dead. Dude, I'm sorry. Things were going very well, and then they were not. I think we should knock out, like, a standard Dead Cells run, try to experience some of the new content, and then go back in that direction, because that was tough. And we're running out of money, to be honest with you. Forgotten Sepulcher's no joke. For now, unless the next episode pops off, we're probably not going to do that, but we're probably not going to go on the same path. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.